I am the CPS Punisher, and I stand before you today with a fierce urgency to address the dark realities surrounding Child Protective Services. I would like to let you know that Monday through Friday I host a roundtable show at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, which is in the United States time zones. I say this only because we have teamed up with some very amazing allies across the Atlantic Ocean. They are true spectacles of word warriors standing shoulder to shoulder with us day and night. Speaking out against the injustices they are facing on their soil, they back us up on ours. We are now a worldwide fighters alliance ready to confront these challenges together. We do have the guts for boots on the ground, but right now we are amplifying our voices. We are putting the almighty pen to paper to create a bill that we must get in front of those seeking office in Congress this November. We need people to assist us in getting these documents to their respective persons for review. Sure, we are talking and raising awareness, but now we must take decisive action. Our kids are waiting far too long to be put back in the homes of their true biological God-given parents.
As I tell you a story, I'm sorry if it seems a bit boring, but these are stories of fathers whose lives are being destroyed way too early. It all started when I opened my mouth, complained about a stupid mistake. I knew better than to have more to say. I did it anyway. I'm a father and a husband. I'm no longer trusted. They have taken away the things I hold dear, making me realize my biggest fear. It has crumbled. Now there is tears where there was muscles. So now I waste away, missing my daughter as she plays. I am guilty of nothing. When I was a dad, I was something. These people passing judgment have no right to say I'm a bad father, get away. This place no longer for you to stay. I don't want to see you here, never again will I hear. Hey daddy, come play with me. I need you to make some tea. I shed a tear looking at her smile. I won't see for a while. Now as days pass by, the tears have dried from my eyes. All that's left is the memories of that beautiful smile. So thank you for passing judgment. You people don't know nothing. To that little girl I was something, and you took it all away. So thank you for passing judgment. You people don't know nothing. To that little girl I was something, and you took it all away. Now my baby is grown up. Those people messed things up. I lost life's miracles there behind, with just a picture to remind me. My face it is crumbled. Now there was tears where there was muscles. So now I waste away, missing my daughter as she plays. I am guilty of nothing. When I was a dad, I was something. These people passing judgment and have no right to say I'm a bad father, get away. This place no longer for you to stay. I don't want to see you here, never again will I hear. Hey daddy, come play with me. I need you to make some tea. I shed a tear looking at her smile. I won't see for a while. Now as days pass by, the tears have dried from my eyes. All that's left is the memories of that beautiful smile. So thank you for passing judgment. You people don't know nothing. To that little girl I was something, and you took it all away. So thank you for passing judgment. You people don't know nothing. To that little girl I was something, and you took it all away. Now my baby is grown up. Those people messed things up. I lost life's miracles there behind, but just a picture to remind me. Oh, now my baby is grown up.
In the United States, CPS makes upwards of $3 billion per day on trafficking and selling our children. The corruption may start with the caseworker, but goes through the judicial system, passing the governor through the Senate and into the White House. The entire system has a hand in the business known as CPS.
Our children are stolen every minute of a 24-hour day. They are being robbed of their innocence, their trust, their happiness. As parents, we are isolated and betrayed by a government we trust. States are balancing budgets on kids' lives. Only 12% of the kids taken will be reunified. Title IV funding is being riveted with fraud.
We need to stop CPS and abolish CPS.com is leading the way. Join us.
All right. I don't know where I am here, but I'm somewhere. This is the CPS Punisher. I'm here somewhere, guys. Let me find me. Boom. All right, here I am. All right, guys. Welcome to CPS Victims Hunting Justice. I am your host, the CPS Punisher, and today is Tuesday. I want to thank everybody that was just watching the show earlier, Tiff and the Punisher. Yeah, Tiff and the Punisher. Yeah, we're gonna start doing that show a few times a week. We'll know that one a little bit more as Tiff and I figure that one out. But as for our show, it will not change. So that's where we're at. Don't forget, like, share, let everybody else know about it. Here we are, right here. There's a chat room right here to the side. Boom, right there. Make sure you leave your comments and everything that you've got, questions, any sort of anything, leave it there and we'll see what we can do about it. Well, that's if there is any weirds anyway. Okay, so Carrie, you did not get it. Okay, I sent it to your phone. Let me send it again here real quick. Durham, I need a direct way of getting a hold of you too. And so with you, Arjuna. I don't know how that works about, being across oceans and stuff, if it's a 11-digit number or whatever, but whatever it is, I'd like to be able to get in touch with you guys, via the digit codes of the US of A. Yeah, Carrie, go ahead and check. I'll resend it right now, but I sent it right to your phone. Okay. All right. And so here we are, guys. Waiting on Ashley here to come in with us. Hopefully she comes in with us and gives us a little bit so we can get the Sarah update. But I was thinking tonight, guys, what I want to do here is I was going to go and take a look at TikTok, and I would like to see what people have going on in TikTok as far as CPS goes. And let's see. Oh, this is our man right here. Our man Dave. This is the attorney right here, guys. He's a really great dude. Working with him behind the scenes.
Is in court, and the judge gave custody of their minor child or children to the ex-husband, who the woman claims is a SA the children. Now, don't get me wrong, I am very much against all of that shit. And I think by the time we're done, we're going to get rid of 20% of America because somehow or another they're all involved in pedophilia. Mm-hmm. and is going to become the screaming point in 2025.
It really is.
But let's not forget that we're in 2024, and women in America, because of the corrupt court system, are paid through the Social Security Act, through child support, through WIC, through government benefits, through housing, to make accusations against the husband. So let's allow them due process of law before we go putting lynch mobs out on every guy that any woman makes a claim about. Because I am a professional at this. I've worked in the field for a long time. I've seen lots and lots of guys get accused of all kinds of things. And 2 years later, it's the woman who's the problem. And until we start throwing those women in jail who make false accusations, they're going to continue to make false accusations. So let's just keep our heads level. And I don't even like cops. And the person I'm speaking about is a woman married to a cop.
So basically what he's talking about here, and I don't want to speak for him, but what CPS is doing is they basically, if you get in trouble, if CPS comes to your house and there's any sort of man in your life, immediately CPS takes that man and they say he was a domestic abuser, or he was this, or he was that. And what he's saying there is that women get incentivized to do so, or they get stuck on the system to do so. So, like CPS will say, hey, well, if you don't do this, then you're going to lose your food stamps. If you don't make your husband or this person leave your house, you're going to do this. And families aren't standing together for this stuff, guys. This is wrong. And it's a terrible reality to what's going on and what CPS is forcing people to do, the breakup of the family. Let's see here. Carrie's right back here with me. She can, let's get her in here. Carrie, how are we doing, Miss Lady?
All right, you?
I'm doing all right. Hey, do you know what I'm talking about here, where the family is being torn apart by CPS by making the mothers falsely accuse the fathers of domestic violence, and they do it in the name of saying that they'll get their kids back?
Unfortunately, I do. With my middle son, that's exactly what happened. They made me move out and get my own place and leave Greg, and that's exactly what they told me. I would get him right back, and I never did.
You never got them? They never got back because of that?
Yep. They were okay with all my utilities being Greg's name, but in my new place, but not. We couldn't be together at all. And he raised him the whole entire time until that point.
Wow.
That's exactly what they do.
Wow, that's freaking crazy. I mean, I can see the. No, I can't even see any of it. That's crazy.
Yeah, I can't either. The reasoning
I was just going to try to make sense of it, but it does. So they try to do that with us too. And here was the thing, is we were like this: is it better for us to say no, we're not going to split up, and the judge wants to see a solid family unit, or does the judge want to see the separation there? Like, that's the question that my wife and I were up under the under this whole thing about, was which way would the judge rather see it? A strong family valued, a family that has hiccuped and has an issue, or do they want another broken home, single mother, single father, whatever? Like in these situations, which one would they rather have it?
The broken home, because it's easier to manipulate.
Right.
I haven't seen it yet where they've been okay with people staying together. Not
Right.
any person I've helped or any friend I know that's dealt with CPS, they've all had to split up.
Mm-hmm.
It's
No, I
crazy.
agree with you. It is, and it's not right, and this is what the degradation of the family is. And now they take the dad away from there, so now little Junior doesn't get to learn how to hunt. He doesn't get to learn how to do all these manly things, cut wood, be the man in the family, really. Like the little boys are essentially, as far as I was concerned and I was raised, because you were groomed to be the next taker care of the family.
Right. Or there when dad's out of town working. Right. You're the man of the house, or any situation. But they don't see it that way, and that you would think that that's exactly how you just said it. They would rather see a strong family stay together than not.
Right.
This doesn't seem to happen that way, though.
Right. Well, things happen. But they shouldn't, and that's just. I don't know what can be done more about this than what's being done. I mean, there's outrage about it. There's all kinds of things being said and done, and like pointed out and all this. And if you don't listen to them, they will keep your kids from you.
Just with my friend's case here recently, the same thing happened to her. She stood beside him, the dad, and was supportive to him. They weren't together, but she was supportive of him getting his life together and getting on his feet and all that. And they totally looked down on her for it and ridiculed her and held kids from her. And it was unreal. I couldn't believe it. And they also said in her TPR that was one of the reasons, is because she couldn't let go of supporting him. That was one of her reasons for termination. And it wasn't right. It wasn't right at all.
Just makes me so mad.
Yeah.
I mean, because what are you to do if you're a father? Like, how do you go about this? They want you to go to domestic violence classes. But you know what? You weren't involved in domestic violence. You know what I mean? Like, so how are you going to go to a domestic violence class, admit that you were in on domestic violence, or say that, you're involved in a domestic violence course? How are you going to go there and then pretend, like now you're involved in a domestic violence course? So now you're labeled as domestic violence. You're not a victim, but you're a solicitor, I guess, of domestic violence.
Right.
Now this is the way the courts are going to view you.
Yeah. Even in my friend's case, he ended up just saying that he was and then just stepped out of the picture for her to get the kids back, and that didn't even work. He was completely out of the picture, and they still didn't give her a chance. And she suggested like co-parenting classes together.
Yeah.
So they both would learn how to co-parent, and that wasn't even good enough. And they did it on their own, and it wasn't good enough. They still did what they did. They terminated both of them, unfortunately.
Wow. Unbelievable. Hold on here. UK Children's Services kicked me out of home. My wife was the one hitting me, but she said I was the one. Yeah, that's it, Durham. I tried it. I thought I just Carrie sent you the link, I believe, bud.
I did.
See here. I don't know where Vinny is tonight and the rest, but whatever. We can do this. We're fine here.
Yeah, that was a great show you just did with Tiffany. That was awesome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was. I meant to tell you about that. So you have 2 shows now that you manage.
Yeah, that was great.
Just FYI.
I love how Tiffany is so strong and like she lets her voice be heard. It's great.
Yeah, man. She's no lay down. There's no doubt about that. She's no lay down. She's the lion, not a sheep type person.
Yes, definitely.
Like, for real. She's a good cat. A good cat. Jesus. The cat just climbing up my legs, and I was just like thinking that she's a good cat. No, she's a good advocate. Is what I was saying. She's a good advocate to have on your side when CPS is there. And she's gotten quite a few girls and boys back from their positions in CPS, and she's great. So and Tiffany's not trying to make money. She's not out there trying to, rob anybody of their souls or nothing. She's out there. She just wants her voice to get heard, and she wants CPS to be annihilated. That's for sure.
Yes,
as I'm sure all of us do. Dog asked ugly man. I was curious. Do you want to come in on the show, bub? Carrie can send you a link if you'd rather. That would be cool if you wanted to jump in on the show with us tonight. We'll make this a what do they call that? A kebab or what's that when you mix everything together? Kebabble or something? Kebab? Oh my God, what's the word? When you mix a whole bunch of stuff together. What's that?
So I'm not good with the words, so I don't know what word.
Yeah, some sort of Middle Eastern term or something. I don't know. But yeah. It was good. I don't know how often we're gonna do the show, but it was definitely good. I mean, we're not as good as this, but I mean, it was good. Definitely a little bit more aggressive, but Tiffany has a bunch. Do you know why we shifted that show? Do you know why she's not on this show with us?
No.
Because she goes to bed now.
I believe that.
That's the
She's a
reason
busy
that she's
lady.
not on this show. So because Vinny gets out of work at whatever time, and because of when she goes to bed, we had to do something. So I opted to just, instead of pull Vinny off the show or make some drastic changes to what people like, I just
Right.
said, you know what, we'll just do a show at 7. It's supposed to start, and we will just move forward with that, and we'll see how it goes. But I think it had a pretty good tone to it. I think it had a good little vibe
Well,
for the first show, and I think it should be a good one.
yeah, I was taking
Um,
notes as crazy as you were.
I know. Now listen, when you have information like that to be held, use that stuff. Granted, we don't have to take notes that fast because it is on the internet and it'll be there forever. But
Right.
you know, so I mean, you can't just take a break for a second, people, and not have to take notes. Um, that was in Fine Lines of Vincent Davis, but yeah, it was really good. I'm happy that Tiffany's over here with us, and I'm really looking forward to the next upcoming shows to see what kind of information we can pull together.
It also shows that you guys aren't about that drama that everyone else is portraying
It's
right
not
now.
about mama drama.
Yeah, that's
No.
right.
Yeah, no, that's what we don't want, is we don't want to play the drama game. I mean, it's fine because some things are to be without said, but we can leave that for here in this time, like, and then get the gossip. And this is like the TMZ, I guess, of CPS, this show. uh, you know, so that's kind of like where we're going with this. Hey, I just want to remind everybody that my book is still out there on Amazon. If you guys want to pick it up, please do. Let me show you where it is here. And I'm almost done writing book number 2.
Awesome.
So that should be done this week. And that's one. Carrie, what do you think book number 2 is?
The handbook, the actual, well, the first one's kind of the handbook too, but I don't know. Maybe the legal end of it, more legal.
It is Kids in CPS.
Kids in CPS. That's a good angle.
So it's kind of like it's the same type. It's the same stylish book as
Right.
CCOM CPS is coming, but it's intended for your children, so they can read about court proceedings, what's going on, why mom and dad aren't like a bunch of
That's
a
good.
bunch of things. Yeah, so it's a guy. It'll be a thing for the kids to hold on to and read and learn and understand what's going on, the questions they can ask when and when they can't
That
do
is
that, so on and
definitely
so forth.
needed. Definitely needed.
Yeah, I figured that too, because there's not enough explanation of what's
No,
going on with these
they get
kids.
no explanation. And what they do get is usually a lie, so that's great.
Right. It's definitely not enough.
Right.
What they need. So.
Yeah, most kids think that we've abandoned them.
Right. That's what. See, like, I wonder that about our daughter. Like, what does she think? Are we just gone? Because you've been TPR'd, all of a sudden you're just gone. One day you're just gone, and that's not right to do that to it. That's got to be freaking torturous.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
I mean, the fear that must go through them. Oh my God, I can't imagine.
I mean, when I was involved when I was a kid, I was a lot older. I was 14.
Right.
So I knew what was up, but for a younger child to go through it, I couldn't imagine what they go through.
Ugh.
My son, I know they'd give him hell.
Right? No, get back in there, boy.
Yeah, they'd give him right back, I think.
That's freaking funny. He's a good boy.
No, he is. He just likes to bring the outside inside all the time.
Right. Right. He's got a astronomical inside voice.
Yeah, he's a jungle boy.
Yeah. I mean, what other boys, don't want to jump on motorhomes?
Yeah.
So speaking of that, where are we with that situation?
It's standstill. I didn't respond to her, and she has still not even went to the school and done any interviews. None at all.
No.
So, but according to the school, they're going to stand behind me. Like Tiffany just said, you better have good rapport with your principals, your counselors, and all them people. And I feel like I do. I didn't trust him
Right.
there for a minute, but I told him I didn't trust him, and I told him how I felt about it, and they reassured me, and I believe them.
Yes. Clearly, you should believe that.
I don't think that they brought the drama. I think.
Right.
Right.
I mean, why would you not believe them? You know,
Well,
like it doesn't.
I mean,
there's nothing that leads to that, you know, for you.
right, yeah.
Or is there?
I was just.
Is there something
I
I
was
don't know about Carrie?
At first, I was emotional, and I thought it was them, but it wasn't them. I mean, the answer was right in front of my face. I just didn't see it through the emotions.
So what happened? Does anything further happen to that driver or anything?
Well, I can't really report him to his own company because he's the owner of the company.
Oh shit, he's the owner?
Yeah, I just found that out a couple days ago. Yep,
Oh,
he's the
my
owner.
God. Well, that's
Yep.
you know what I would say better business plan.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. It was that, or to go into the Department of Education and the Department of Transportation for
Yeah.
schools, since it was an outsourced transportation service, but through the school subcontracted them or whatever. That I could still go through the Department of Transportation and the Department of Education because it's the ADA that contracted him. So it's
what's how
through the
far have
IEP.
you gone with this?
Well, I have emails out to the Department of Education, and because there wasn't like really a direct person to talk to, just a general email. And I
Right.
heard back from them, and they're trying to like get me to the right person in the department that I need to talk to. So I was pretty vague in my email. I didn't really give them all the details yet, but I said it's pretty serious, and there's more, that I need to disclose about it. And I
So
also
you
wrote
haven't
up.
dropped the bombshell. You haven't dropped the bombshell on it yet.
No, but it seems like everybody I show that video to is just like, whoa, that is very inappropriate. And I didn't even notice it. He's looking up at my son the whole time
Oh, it's
in that video.
disgusting. Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
it is absolutely disgusting. And to be the owner of the company, that's even worse. And if I don't do something, it's going to happen to someone else and probably will escalate. It'll be more serious or something
Right,
more drastic.
because and then the thing about this, Carrie, is how long is this going to be before it comes back on you that you didn't do anything about it?
Right. So that's where I'm trying to just find out the right avenue to go to. And then when you were talking about the ADA earlier, or the I'm sorry, not the ADA, the disability people. Yeah, that's ADA. Yeah, to contact
Correct.
them.
Yep.
I didn't even think about that until you said it earlier on the show.
Hello. We love the ADA here. Oh, Durham's here. Okay, let's get Durham out here. Mr. Justice, how are we?
Good evening. How you, Carrie?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
So did you hear what's going on here, Durham?
About like narcissistic women who make fucking shit up about men. Yeah.
No, not about the women shitting all over men one.
Oh, what is it?
Talking about the incident with the child and the school bus driver that had his hands down his knickers.
You're joking.
No, not joking.
No. Remember what was that? That was last week.
I don't think Durham was on that night.
No, you know why I've been on, so.
Yeah, I had. I don't know. Yeah, I thought you might have been on when I had brought up the scenario about the school bus situation.
No, I've been away from. No,
well, we had a. Well, I mean, Carrie, why don't you go ahead? I mean, at this point now, it's exposed. So.
Yeah, now that I put myself on blast,
Right.
I slept in for the first time ever, and my son was outside. He's 10 years old, and he's special needs. He's severely autistic, and he's a nonverbal. And when he was outside with his service dog the whole time, and I woke up probably 10 minutes after they'd been here, and I stuck my head out the door, and I said, "Let me get him ready real quick, and he'll be right out there." And when I went outside, the principal was here, the counselor, and the school cop, who was out of their jurisdiction, coming to my house.
Right.
And the bus driver claimed that my son climbed up on the top of the RV by pallets, not the ladder. and he actually used the ladder. And the cop disproved that right away. She said he used the ladder. He climbed up on the by pallet to the platform on the back where you put luggage, and then climbed up by the ladder that's on the RV. And he did that when I watched the video later, because I've got 7 cameras around my yard just to watch him. And so when I watched the videos later, the minute he sees them coming up the road, he jumps on top of the RV because he didn't want to go to school. He took my phone outside. He unplugged Alexa, which were both my alarms. And he just didn't want to go to school that day. So he climbed up there just to get away from him or whatever. He came right down when he was asked to, when his aide asked him to. And as he's coming down, the bus driver, you see him go off to the side of the RV, but still in plain view, right next to where my son was. And he puts his hands directly down his pants. Yeah. So the school seen it as this has never happened in the 7 years he's been going to school. They believed it would never happen again. And that I'm a fully involved parent completely, like too much sometimes. And they seen it as it happens to everybody. Everybody sleeps in. And I'm just exhausted because they've changed his schedule. They've shortened his days. So I get nothing done anymore. And I was just exhausted. I can't even keep my house clean. He likes to bring the outside inside, like tree branches and all kinds of stuff. And so I can't even keep my living room clean, let alone get dishes done and all that. And I'm exhausted. And they completely understood. They apologized. And for the next 2 days, they had the same switched off every time. And I just didn't say anything else to them. I didn't say anything else to the bus driver at all. But the second day after this happened, the following day after it happened, while we were outside waiting on the bus, and let me back up a little bit. The bus driver is always late. And I mean, up to like 45 minutes late every day. So it's already bad enough he doesn't start school until 2 hours after he's supposed to. And then the bus driver's late on top of it, and we're outside the whole time waiting on it. Because we believe he's going to be there at 9:15. He don't show up till 10. And we have no clue that he's going to late or anything. So by that time, my son's worn out. By the time he gets to school, he's tired. He's not into it. He's not being productive. So anyway, when they pulled up, and the DHS worker was there, because while we were waiting on the bus, before they got there, the DHS worker pulled up. And so of course I was upset. And I didn't see any reason for them to be there. Like I said, it was a one-time incident. It's never happened before in the 10 years he's been alive. I don't see it happening ever again. And so I was pretty standoffish to her. And while she's standing there and the bus pulls up, I walk up to the bus to put them on there, and I tell them that they're pricks. And that it wasn't cool that they called in on me. It was a one-time thing. Everybody sleeps in. I'm trying to own what I did, and I know I was in the wrong. My son was okay. He was out there with his service dog. The service dog would have let me know what was wrong. And the bus driver said he knocked on the door, and he never did. He actually noticed my cameras on the porch and turned around and talked to the aide, and then both went and sat in the van the whole entire time after that. So
just bold-faced lying.
Yeah, all over the place. And I called him out on it when they picked Colton up. And when I did that, he started arguing with me. And I said, I'm not going to argue with you in front of my son. I said what I said. I called you out, and I just wanted you to know that I know the truth. I know you lied. And
you can't handle the truth.
Right, exactly. And he just kept going and kept going. And I said, you need to stop arguing with me in front of my son.
He's trying to trigger you, Carrie.
And they left.
Tried to trigger you into a massive argument.
Yep.
To give him.
Yeah, and I wouldn't go for it. And when they pulled away, the worker that was here investigating me, she told me I was very appropriate, and she understood why I did what I did.
If you do that, and they've got no ammunition, and they don't like it, and it winds them up. Yeah.
But get this, Durham.
Right.
Here's
Exactly.
a little twister to this. Tell them what they wanted you. Tell them what the caseworker wanted from you.
Yeah, she wanted me to send her the video of him just walking up onto the porch and
So
never knocking on the door.
That's your evidence. You show them the evidence, it disappears all of a sudden.
Well,
But
the
everybody on the show had a point that it shows that I wasn't out there.
caseworker wanted that
that I was
video
sleeping.
because I'll bet you 10 to 1 says that they can push that now and say, like, look, here's the evidence that shows that she was not available for her son. She was, what's the word that started the war? She was incapacitated at the time.
So turn
Right.
around on you.
Yeah.
Yep. So I didn't have the video. I lost it.
Yep.
And
shame too.
so that is what it is. And she didn't get it. And she also asked me for his IEP or whatever, and I haven't responded. And I also told her when she was here, the only reason why I was talking to her is to let her know she's going to remove my son, because I do have a past. And I have a criminal history, and I have a past with CPS. And I said, if you're going to remove my son just based on my past, you need to know how severely autistic he is. And you better have 10 people ready to take care of him, because it'll take that many to replace me. And yeah, she's seen it with her own eyes, though.
They seem to be taking a lot of autistic children in this country at the minute. All of a sudden. Do you know why? Because they can make abundances of money.
Well, here's the question.
A child with a complex need. Yeah,
especially one that gets
that's
disability.
The thing, they all get that. But
Already.
are they taking more autistic children, Durham, or are they claiming that all these children are autistic?
I've heard a few stories lately about autistic children.
Right, but are they saying are they really taking autistic children, or are they saying that all these children are autistic?
No, they are taking autistic children. They're not saying they are autistic. I'll tell you what, here's an example. My partner's daughter, right, eldest one, she's got an autistic brother, okay? The midwife said that my partner's daughter had got autism when she hasn't, and in come children's services, and do you think they would go away? No. Even though it was proven that she hasn't got autism, they still wouldn't come out of her life. They started to they basically wanted the baby off her. And that was through a midwife making a mistake. But the mistake was shown, but they still keep coming and coming and coming. Yeah, but I got rid of him, Carrie.
How did you do it?
That's good.
How to get rid of him.
How?
See,
one mistake on the show.
One mistake by a professional. That's all it takes, man. You did it.
Right, I agree.
One bit of bullshit and they're in.
So what do you mean, Durham? Like we keep saying that the errors of a caseworker supersede that of the flaw of the parents? Is that what you mean by this?
Say that again, Darren. Sorry.
I said the error of the caseworker supersedes the flaw of the parents, meaning that if a caseworker screws up, then their error takes precedence over the issue originally that the parent had.
Yeah, because like everyone seems to believe it. I mean, that was a midwife. It was a midwife, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a midwife who put that report in. Now she's supposed to be a professional. She's supposed to know what she's doing. It's her job. That's right. They said that Julie was fucking autistic and she's not. Yeah. And then they carried it on and on and on, even though the evidence was there. But you see, that should have been stopped straight away. Oh, yes, we're sorry. We made a mistake, blah, blah, blah. End of. But no, it carried on for months.
Wow.
And they wouldn't go away, Darren. They literally wouldn't. They were like vultures. Parasites, Carrie.
That's crazy.
That's what they are. That's the only word I can find for them. It's parasite.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, she didn't know what to think when I told her I know my rights, and I'm not going to follow. I'm not going to comply with anything. I'm not going to do any services. Don't even offer it, because she kept saying, "Well, I wonder if there's resources that can help you." And I said, "I'm good. I've got my own resources."
Right. Ask them to quote the law. They don't know. They don't know.
Right. They don't even know their own policies, procedures. But the law, we were just talking about this on the other show. The law is what we need to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because they don't know shit.
Right. Agreed. 100%.
You get a lot of police officers in this country. They don't know the law. They'll pull you up for something along the side of the road, You start quoting the law at them, they haven't got a clue.
Yeah, she didn't. I told her she needed a court order if she was going to remove him. And she acted dumbfounded about that.
So,
with, isn't it?
So where do we stand now with that, Carrie? We're just waiting now. No, Durham, what do you think she should do about this bus driver?
Is he the one who put? Did he put his hands down? His pants.
Yeah, handy pants, man. Yeah.
Okay, well, he should have been reported to the police instantly for that, and he should not be on the bus the next day.
And yeah, he was 2 days until he kept talking about me, and then the counselor said, "I'm not okay with the way you're talking about her, and you're fired."
What I find disturbing is, it's never happened in 7 years. Once is enough. He should be gone.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't know about. To their credit, they didn't know about the video until I told him, and it was after they already fired him.
Okay,
but I didn't know.
Yeah, but Carrie's employed. He's still driving a bus with kids.
Right, I agree.
Yeah, so he should be gone. Simple as. So the company or whoever runs those school buses, they're at fault anyway for keeping him employed. He should be gone, Carrie.
I agree. It was outsourced, so it wasn't the school buses. It was outsourced, and it was his own company. Yeah. He's actually the owner of the company.
Oh, Brooks here. If you guys think that Carrie should contact the police, put it in the comments down below here. Let's see what let's get a thing going here. What we think should be the responses here. Should she contact the police? Should she do nothing? Should she tell the, you know what I mean? Let's see what we get. Let's contact this stuff below. Hello there, Miss Brooke.
Hello, how are you?
Good. We got Carrie and Durham in here with us tonight.
I hear that.
Ms. Clearwater, your question is, they can actually test him. Something
happened there.
Oh, sounded like she cut out. I do have a point to make before I forget too. When I was listening to you guys, you had asked if the social workers.
My son was tested at 3.
Hold on, Carrie. Hold on. Go ahead. Go ahead, Brooke.
You asked if the social workers mess up would trump the original reason for the whole CPS case of the parents basically needing assistance or help or services. Actually, there's like Supreme Court rulings that's why we have the motion to vacate the order if they don't follow procedures and policies in the beginning.
Right.
Like in my case, I wasn't given my due process right. So I should have put in a motion. Now I'm learning everything after the case or whatever, but I should have put in a motion to vacate the whole entire order. Everything after that the judge ordered is null and void. And it's not, doesn't need to be an appeal. A vacate is simply
so that's a void ab initio.
Yes, kind of the same thing.
Right.
I just wanted to put that in there. So it doesn't matter what the parents did. It's they didn't follow their policies and procedures.
I wish I could find that.
I have it somewhere. I have stacks and stacks and files of case law, and I'll have to dig through my notes. I'll send it to you if I find it tonight.
Yes, please do. Carrie, have you had a situation? You haven't had CPS there before, right?
One other time when he was like 2, somebody was hating on me and called me in, and that was unfounded. And then I had a case with my middle son when my rights were terminated.
Right.
But they weren't like terminated involuntarily.
Oh, there she goes.
I voluntarily.
Carrie, what are you doing different?
You voluntarily terminated your rights? Or they persuaded you, coerced you into signing over your rights?
Terminated them.
You're cutting in and out, Carrie.
You're cutting in and out. Wicked bad, Carrie.
Is Herbert here tonight?
No, Herbert is not in here tonight.
Grandparents.
You're cutting out.
His grandparents.
Really bad.
Well, I don't know what's Carrie! I don't know what's going on with her right now, but she's been fine, and then all of a sudden, yeah, baby, come back.
Baby, come back.
What's going on here? But Durham, what do you got going on with your stuff? Anything new? Till Carrie comes back.
Same old, man.
What happened with you were looking into something the last time that we had talked. I'm gonna go back through my notes and see what it was. But there was something pretty heavy that you were looking into with your cases, and I don't remember exactly what it was. Have you had anything new take place or any new?
Yeah, we're looking at we're looking at the percent. We're looking at where all the missing children are going, because children are getting put into foster care in the care system, right? Yeah, so they're going into the care system, but they're missing from education. Okay, now say like my child now is going to school full time, then he's taken off me, and he's put into foster care, and then all of a sudden he's missing from education. You're going to want to know why, you know? If it's like if a parent like was stopping the child from going to school, like American CPS would be on you, children's services here would be on you. So I want to know why all these kids are missing from education, and also there's a place there was 1,005 children missing, 509 vanished, literally vanished. Okay, they're stats, right? Those 500 odd children gone. Where are they? I want to know where these children are going.
You want my theory?
Go on, Brooke.
I got kicked off of TikTok for 2 months for my theory. I was my theory on this whole thing, and they kicked me off. That's how you know that you're onto something and you're saying something that might have a little bit of truth to it. I think they want to silence you. Usually it's only, like maybe a week or a month or something. No, I 2 weeks I got kicked off after telling my theory on this. I don't think Epstein's dead. I think it all stems.
Well, I don't think he can consume all the kids.
Well, I've heard of stories of underground layers that they have, that they are testing on children, doing testing, and
there's definitely things going. There's definitely things going on like that. Absolutely.
They want the blood or something when they scare them. It's the fountain of youth, because
they want the adrenochrome.
Yep.
Yeah, that's been a age old thing. Like Joe Biden, like they would say even about Joe Biden. If you see like when he gets the black circles under his eyes, that means that he was getting worn down, because they say that the rush of falling off of that is just like that of falling off of a cocaine bender or something.
Yeah, I read here 1 in 10 children in the care system go missing, right? All the time, right? 1 in 200 children, 1 in 200 children who are not in the care system go missing. So you do the math.
So how many with the people that are in the care system go? 1 in 10?
Care system, 1 in 10.
Wow.
No, sorry, yeah, 1 in 10. There's a child going missing there's a child goes into care every 15 minutes in this country. Every 15 minutes when you break it down.
You guys have every 15 minutes. We have every minute.
Yeah.
So
every minute.
Wow, man. So 1 in 10, now is that 1 in 10 number over there, or is that a worldwide number?
But it's only 1 in 200 if they're not in the care system. So basically, like you might get a runaway. It's only 1 in 200, so that's 200 families.
Better chance you're in the system.
Yeah, whereas 1 in 10 who are in the care system, that's pretty high. You've got unaccompanied children, exploited and trafficked, and there's different percentages for it. I think exploited's 31% off the top of my head, trafficked 48%. Unaccompanied children, that's like migrants, obviously crossing the borders, and only 13%. We're starting to do a lot of stats and figures, and we've got somebody, and we're looking at their expenditure, because if you look at their expenditure, things are not adding up.
Right.
Things are definitely not adding up.
Good boy, Durham. Good boy.
I'm looking for a video. I have a video on that on TikTok of the statistics and everything that they did
probably
a couple years ago. Let me find it here, and then I can.
You sure it's not me, Brooke, giving up my numbers?
giving out your numbers?
Because I give out my numbers all the time. It's very simple to do. I mean, all you got to do is take the numbers that they say that they have, use their own numbers against them. That's how we came up with the child a minute.
Yep.
You know, but then they want to sit there and be like, oh, 40% of the
worldwide.
communication rate. No, you're a liar. Can't even get those numbers.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to concentrate on now is where's all the missing children. I need to know. I really need to know where they're going. And I know for the fact that the stats that they put up online, right, it's a lot higher than that. They're not going to tell us that. It's going to be a lot higher.
So help me if my little boy goes missing. There's going to be a couple people
missing. Brooke, right? Where's all the parents screaming out that the children are missing?
Exactly.
Because they are not.
I would flip out if my son went missing.
That's exactly what I said. I said if my children were to go missing, and I was told I would go absolutely mental, and I would do everything to try and find them. I'm suspecting these parents that are not shouting out are being gagged or paid off. One of the two.
Or they've just been so disassociated from the child and probably reality. Like it's bad losing a kid. I did that for a little while. Depression and grieving, and they don't know. Like they lost track of the child. They've moved them around from state to state, or with the intercompact stuff. Maybe they just lost track of them, and they're so depressed that they can't even hardly function in life, that they don't know that their child's even missing, which is sad.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them on the streets as well, being on drugs, trafficked.
Yep.
Don't know their identity anymore.
Yep.
It's been taken away from them by children's services. Hi, Vinny.
Good evening, guys.
There he is. There's the man.
Yeah, sorry, I was busy putting the new bed together.
Oh, good. You got your new bed. Very nice.
Yeah.
Got some fancy
lights up. Look at that crap.
Right. Woo. How are you going to sleep with them going?
There's going to be no sleeping on that bed.
I got the button next to me. She's got the remote.
Right on.
Oh, well, whoever's got the It's good, Vinny. I'm glad that it's in. Do you sleep with? Do you have harder side of the bed or softer?
Well, the new mattress is a gel foam mattress.
Gel foam. Okay.
Plus, I have my orthopedic pillow. So.
Right.
So to touch on what we were talking about earlier, Darren, like the motion to vacate and the void ab initio.
Yeah.
Is that can you do that whenever?
So this is what I've been looking for, because there is a document that I totally have that says that the void ab initio. And now, don't get this confused with a voidable judgment or a void judgment or any of that. There's void ab initio is an absolute separate entity. It's all on its own. And I'm not a lawyer, but void ab initio is all on its own. It's not a void order. It's not a void judgment. It's not a voidable order. It means that this thing was so ridiculous and so naive that you don't even have to, that it's void from the beginning, and you don't even have to have it adjudicated. Just have to go into the courts, insert it, have the clerk file it into your files, and bada bing, bada boom, it's done.
Like it was brought out of spite or malice intent, that it was just entirely fabricated.
No, it's literally, I wish I could find the definition. It means that it's like just so asinine and it's so laughable, I think, is the way that so like them taking our kids by us volunteering into contracts is a laughable thing. We're not giving our kids up by contracting them. Are they out of their freaking minds? So
I told them I didn't need their freaking services.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
so
I didn't.
And they tried to force them upon me, and then threatened, hung my little baby above my head like a little puppet, trying to get me to do what they wanted.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, they tried that here, but that didn't work when I threw my constitutional rights in their face.
I tried that too. The last case, it didn't.
I never gave up. That's why they threw me in jail.
Yeah, I still haven't given up, but
I will never give up.
No,
Me
you don't
either.
give up ever. You know,
Nope.
those kids are still, no matter how long, man, even when your kids are 21, 22, 23, if they haven't come home yet, you go find them because they're still waiting for mommy and dad to show up.
This is where
They'll
I'm getting
never
back.
forget.
That's why I'm getting back to why the parents not screaming out. Where's my children?
I know.
It's really. I can't get my head around it. I mean, I'm going to keep digging and digging, and hopefully I'll find something. But Brooke, like I'm the same as you. I'd be screaming to the rooftops when where's my fucking kids?
Oh,
Sorry for swearing.
Yeah.
yep. Heads would roll. I never did find that one video I left last time to go find.
Yes, I'm still looking for
I got
the.
so much. I got so many folders with so many like case law and videos and my own stuff, and I could fill probably a whole room with all the paperwork that I have. I had 3 open cases though, and I've done nothing but research every single day.
That's what everyone needs to do: research.
Yeah.
They kind of made me dangerous, you know. I'm not chasing around after a little 2.5-year-old little boy. You know, I was busy then. Now I have absolutely nothing to do better than research and try to get him back. So they made me kind of dangerous in a way.
I said if I got my kids back tomorrow, I would carry on doing this anyway.
Yeah. You're
Stop
damn
now.
right. Yeah.
I would file restraining orders against the
See,
people
we
that
tried
have
to do that when this first happened. We tried to do that, and then that's when
Did
the
you?
judge came out and said, you couldn't do that because we couldn't file it against an entity. You could not file a restraining order against an entity.
Really?
That's what he said. Because I tried. What I did was when they first took our daughter, I came back and I filed the same paperwork that they used on me against them. And the judge disrobed and everything and came out and was like, "You can't do this.
Did you appeal? Was that an
can't grow up in
appealable
this
order?
community and all this."
You should have took it to a higher court and got it
I
out of
didn't know
your
what the
area.
hell I was doing. I just seemed like if they
Right.
did it to me, I could do it to them. It's kind of the way I felt, you know.
Yep. Hindsight's 2020. If I would have known what I knew now in my first
I
case,
would have never listen. If I would have known what I know now, I would have never let them take my child at all.
Have you noticed everyone that's in this position so said that?
Yeah.
It's right.
They tackled me.
I used to be really naive to it. I was a non-believer. I used to think, oh, no, this doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Then bang, it happened to me.
Me too.
I was like, oh, shit. You know?
I ate my own words. I ate my own words. I still remember saying that. Oh, they didn't take our kids for no reason. That's family services. They don't just take your kids.
You know what? That's funny you say that. There's a lot of that. A lot of the people, because I said this in the last show, was keeping the vibration up, like the hope and everything, the message of hope for people that lost. But it seems to me like every one of us that lost our kids recently have all said something along the lines of like, they must be a terrible parent. They lost their kids or they deserve it or whatever. There seems to be a lot of that in the recent realm of the kids being removed. You know, like I know I was guilty of it. You know, like
I think we got brand new targets in this country now because what they've turned around and said now, and actually it's been implemented in some places. They take your children and they're going to want you to pay for their care.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've taken them, right? So now if you're working and they've taken your children, oh, now you're going to have to pay for their care, right? But that creates people who are on state benefits in this country haven't got to do that, right? So now they've created, right, this. So now they're going to target, obviously, families who are working. They're going to put the social worker, right, in charge of like working out how much money they've got to pay to that care. So now that I'm thinking now they're going to start targeting someone who's like, say, on like, I don't know, 90 grand a year, big money. So they take their children and they know that, and then when the social worker goes in, they go, oh, you're on this X amounts of money. And it's just another way of generating tons and tons of coin, basically. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. And they can't convince me any otherwise that they're not taking children for not for money. Because they're taking them for fucking money and that's it. They're proving that by doing this now. Oh, we're in debt. Stop taking fucking kids and out families. Keep them at home. Instead of spending fucking thousands on taking children and going, Darren, these people like their day in court. They love their day in court. And that is what it is. Oh, look at me. Look at me. I've just destroyed a fucking family. Oh, they go home.
Yeah, they don't care.
I trying to understand how they don't fucking sleep, how they sleep at night, because I couldn't do that for a family. I'm sorry, but I fucking couldn't.
I mean, how do you think they really think that they're doing good?
The
Yeah,
evil
because
grin that my social worker made when I said to her, "How do you even sleep at night?"
I think everybody had said that,
Like,
right?
it sickest. Like, it made my stomach turn. Actually, I was a little frightened. I knew right there I was fucked, because the evil grin that she gave me, and her
yeah.
having children herself.
Is that the first time,
Like,
Brooke, when you
she,
look,
I
when
told
you
her, I'm
look,
like, you know exactly what you're doing. Why are
Yeah.
you doing this? You're a mother yourself. And she just, the evil grin that she got.
yeah, well, you can tell what they're going to do straight away. No matter what you're going to try and do to defend this, you can tell you basically you've had it. Because my partner, as soon as she's clapped eyes on the social worker, she knew straight away. She knew first time.
Yep.
I agree with you, Brooke.
Yep. They knew exactly. They had it all planned out to the T, because with like the timing, the deadlines and stuff, because they spaced them out adequately enough and give me a little bit of hope that I got my children back. And then, under 2, they can't be out of the household for, what is it, under 6 months. Otherwise, it goes automatically to a TPR trial. They had it all planned out with the timing of the days, and they knew exactly what the procedures were. They follow those policies and procedures just to a T. Let me tell you.
Right.
My children was home. My partner was screaming for her medication for about 3 years. Wouldn't give it her. Wouldn't give it her. Wouldn't give it her. The day the children left the house with these people, they went, "There you go. There's your meds." And I said that was planned to a T. The whole lot was planned, because back in 2016 we were under a supervision order. Okay, we got our son home, but you know what it is? We was already marked, because when my partner was carrying our daughter, they tried to come in again, and we got a lawyer to get rid of them, but they were still sitting there in the background. They still sat there like the vultures they are, watching us. And then my partner, obviously, during COVID, we were locked down. It was bad enough anyway. We've got 4 children. It was horrendous anyway. My partner's screaming for her medication, and then because they said, "Oh, you're mentally ill, you can't keep your kids." But isn't it funny though? The same fucking day, right, that them children went into care, a van turns up and goes, "There's your medication," after saying you couldn't have it for 3 years. Nah.
That's kind of like in my case. From the beginning, they wanted me to. Oops, go ahead.
Yeah. They know exactly what they're doing. Exactly what they're doing.
They know a lot of the timelines and the procedures of the court's rules and stuff like that. Like in my case, like they have to offer you services if you ask for them that you think would help, the case or whatever. And from day one, I asked them for a hair follicle sample, because they were saying that I did drugs or whatever. And day one, I said, let's go take a hair sample. They wanted me to take UAs, and I at that time had a really, really, really bad urinary tract infection. And I felt like it was going to mess with the giving a sample, every time I had to have a visit. And they never would talk about it, or never, fancy the idea that I wanted a hair sample, until 3 days before the TPR hearing. She goes, "Well, we can give you a fingernail sample," because they think that you dye your hair too much and it would screw with the hair sample. So in remedy to that, we're going to give you a nail sample. I said, that's going to take like 6 months to get back. What good is that?
Who ordered all that stuff from you?
Huh?
Who ordered all of that for you?
George.
What do you mean? Who ordered the nail sample?
Well, yeah, because so a judge can't order a
no. Because it was one of the things that I had asked for to help with the case or whatever in the beginning. So they had to make sure that they fit it in. Like 3 days before the case, she offered me a remedy to the hair sample as a nail sample. And I said, it's going to take like 6 months for the results to get back, like a lot of good that's going to do. The case is already going to be over. She just sat there with that another sick grin on her face. Yeah. Like she knows, but at least she could write down in her report that she offered me what I had asked for.
Right.
Like it was ridiculous.
The judge ordered me a hair test, told me not to shave my hair, so I fucking shaved it. And I broke an order. I just said, fuck it, I shaved it off. But they took it from my chest.
Jesus Christ.
Come back negative. I knew it would anyway. I'll just fucking them around, to be honest with you.
Right. That's what I do too.
I thought if you want it, and it wasn't that. It's because they break orders all the time and seem to just get away with it. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to break one. So I did that.
Yep.
Yeah, they definitely know what they're doing from day one. Day one.
Oh, man. Trade.
Well,
guys, am I on?
There we are.
Oh my God. I'm on with you guys.
Is it Mandy?
Oh my
Mandy,
God.
but you got a feedback. You got a thing there.
Hi. Oh my
How are you?
Hey, I think I found that video.
Oh my gosh, guys.
I'm gonna send it to you, Darren.
Am I on with you guys or no? Oh no, there's no way.
Yeah, you're here, Mandy.
It's so great. That is great. Hi, guys. I've missed
How have you been?
Oh my gosh, not well. We were so... I'm not even gonna talk about it, but we were sick. We've been sick. We've missed...
no.
Oh my God. And Darren, I have a package that I've been meaning to send to you for...
Oh, good.
Yeah, I know. Great, right? I have had it sitting in my... Where is it now? I don't even know. It doesn't matter. But I missed you guys. Hey, Finny. Who am I on with?
With Vinny and Brooke and myself and Durham and Jerry was here.
Back. Brooke. I mean, not back, but oh my gosh. Hi, guys. Brooke, you look pretty. You look beautiful.
What was that? What was that? Oh, thank you.
Yeah, well,
I'm echoing.
Yeah, we got an echo.
Oh, it's
I don't
me.
know what it's
Am I
called.
echoing? I can't believe I have volume. You can't hear me. You can't hear me? You cannot hear me?
We can hear you. You're just in time for last words, actually, Mandy.
Darren, I missed you so much, bud. Gosh.
Yeah, well, we've been here. You went on vacation. You've been sick. But you just in time for last words.
Oh, I have to listen to the whole thing again. I haven't watched it or anything. But I just heard, like, I was trying to come on, and there was some British man, and God, I do not... Oh, God. Exactly. I mean, everything that he said was exactly what I've gone through. And he was precious. And
Yeah, he's
I
great.
love you
He's
guys.
our
I'm so
new
happy
dude.
to be on with you. You're my people. I've been missing you.
Well, we are ready to do the last words, Mandy. So why don't you read those?
I don't have any last words. I don't even have any first words. I haven't said anything. But I do. Everything that you guys are saying and everything that we're going through is the real freaking deal. I wanted to say a cuss word there, but I don't like to cuss. But you know what? We're going through it, guys. And we've got to go through it together. And that's the only way. That's the only way that we're going to be able to do this. Oh, and I have so much to tell you, Darren.
All right. Well, I will give you a call after the show. How's that?
I would love that.
All right. Well, we're going to do the last words, and I will give you a holler.
Darren, go. I mean, no, Darren, Brooke and Darren. And Benny. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm so excited right now. You're hearing me using my phone.
That's great. You finally got a phone that works.
I'm just like, oh my God. Good to see
All right,
you.
Mandy, we're going to do last words.
Let everybody else do last words now.
All right, hold on. Vinny, you want to go for some last words, bud?
Yeah. He's excited.
There we go.
Keep fighting, never give up. Listen to everything that we talk about on the show. Yes, we are not lawyers and we do not advocate. We are just here to help you. But there's a lot of knowledge in what we're talking about, people. And you need to start waking up and realizing that CPS is the bad people in this all, along with the court systems. I seen a case today, actually, that someone told me about and they showed me their case, and it blew my mind. Like, the amount of stuff in this case compared to the amount of stuff in my case and everyone else's, it's mind blowing what these people come up with. So don't be a target of CPS. Keep them away from your house. Keep them out of your house, and do not let them in.
Right on, Vinny. All right, Durham, you want to do some last words, bud?
Yeah, back to missing children. If you're parents, you need to start shouting out if you know your kids are missing. I don't care if you're gagged, if you break any order, the kids are more important. If you end up doing some jail time, it doesn't really matter, because if you're a real parent, you'll be screaming and wanting answers. Just basically everyone keep fighting and never stop. And thank you very much to Darren. Thank you, Vinny. Thank you, Brooke. Carrie, if you can hear me, and everybody in the chat. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir, that you will. That is amazing, and I'm damn right. You scream loud. All right, hey, Brookie, your turn.
I'm just gonna kind of add on to what them two just said. Advocate. Don't let them shame you. Don't, they kind of to make you feel if your your rights have been terminated or whatever from your kid. Don't go crawl in a hole. Don't isolate. That's the worst thing you can do. Get out there. It's an underlying epidemic in the United States, and everybody's hush about it because they feel shamed because, everybody looks down on them because they got their kids taken. There's a lot of us. Like, you would be surprised how many people, I'm on all kinds of platforms, social media, and I would have never thought some of these people were missing their children, but everybody's quiet about it. And we're not getting our numbers together. We need strength in numbers to beat this for sure. And like Herbert says, don't let them take your children, and learn about CPS.
That's right. All right, everybody. My last words are this. Don't let them in your house. Don't let them near your family. Do whatever you can do to avoid them from taking your child. And if, like Durham says, if that means you got to go to jail, then that means you got to go to jail. So until tomorrow, I'm the CPS Punisher, and we are all out of here. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Let's go. The world getting crazy, baby, chill. Don't medicate, just meditate. You waking up now, well, baby, you hella late. Educate, look at what's going on, let it resonate, accelerate. Find your inner hunger like you never ate. Agenda is to push the hate. Separate and segregate, don't celebrate quite yet. The storm is coming, cue for heaven's sake. Violence that they demonstrate, instigate and penetrate the values of our country. And our God is what they desecrate. My fighters ain't no featherweight, pulling out the seams of the fabric that they fabricate. They feed us lies, manipulate, intimidate through fear and force, forcing us to sit and wait till we come together, congregate, and then we liberate. Praying that you give me strength to find some love amongst the hate. Marching on the streets of blood till I see the golden gates. Troubadour, troubled souls, one of God's servants. Blades out, cut the grass till we see the serpents.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show, it stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
I know the truth is hard to swallow, just digest it. Suspected something's going on, chosen just neglected, deflected by some breaking news. Oh, we just accepted, expected just to fall in line and follow their perspective. Don't question their objectives, but I got a lot of questions. How these kids molested, but nobody's been arrested. Read it in the testament, these children are protected. So I'm fighting all these terrorists, both foreign and domestic. Refuse to be directed, lying not a sheep, only kneel to my God. So I'm dying on my feet. Silence when we speak, but there's violence in the street. I've been rolling with the punches, I can't take it's on the cheap. Nah, drink from a glass half full, I'm optimistic. People are sadistic, so vicious and malicious. Praying for assistance to overcome opposition, or I'm gonna start resisting and then I'll pray for forgiveness.
Oh, one day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show, it stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now. We need you now. Oh, we need you now. One day. The truth. This puppet show, it stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.